Alrighty, guys. Hello, hello. So today we're going to go over the Taoism note taker. So this is basically essentially just a summary of the article that you guys had to read earlier. So make sure you have your note taker ready and that you're ready to fill out along as we go. So first of all, what is Taoism? Taoism was founded by this man named Lao Tzu. Got a picture of him right here. And there's a good chance that Lao Tzu actually may not have existed. Historians are unable to confirm or deny it. According to Chinese legend, he was actually born with a beard and white hair, and he was born a wise man. So, really frustrates people like me, who's 24 years old and can't even grow a beard yet. He grows a beard as a baby. So what we know, or what we think we know at least, is that he worked as an imperial archivist, basically meaning that he was a record keeper. He worked for the Emperor of China, and he would keep records, he would keep history, events that would happen during that time, and that was kind of his job. During this time, he grows super upset with the corrupt government and decides to actually leave for Tibet. Now, on his way to Tibet, there is a guard, and this guard has a vision, and he sees a sage, or also known as a wise man. Now, whenever Lao Tzu arrives, the guard recognizes him. He's like, "Oh my goodness, you're the sage from my dream, or my vision, right? Or whatever." And Lao Tzu is kind of like, "Cool." Now, in order for Lao Tzu to pass on the road, the guard made him write down 5,000 Chinese characters. This results into the Tao Te Ching, which is the sacred text of Taoism. And this book is full of wisdom, how to restore harmony, and how to end corruption within the government. So let's go and see what exactly is in this book right here. We call Taoism the water course way because Taoism has a very go with the flow attitude. And we'll talk about what that means in just a second. So stuff that's in this book right here. First of all Taoists are naturalists or believe in naturalness, meaning that you're supposed to listen to nature. You're not supposed to interfere with nature. You're not supposed to hurt nature. You're not supposed to change nature, right? You have to let nature run its course. In other words, Taoists were like the world's first hippies. They also believe in this idea of Wu Wei, which literally translates into action through inaction. You might be wondering, Mr. Connerly, how do you do something without actually doing it? I'll tell you a story that is famous with Taoists. So once upon a time, there's a man walking along the river. Eventually, though, he unfortunately slips and falls. But instead of struggling, instead of trying to swim, right, he just kind of relaxes and he floats in the river until eventually he lands on shore. His friends run up to him and is like, "How did you do that? What did you do?" And he's like, "I did nothing, and I was saved." Right? It's this idea that you need to let nature run its course, that we shouldn't interfere with nature because when we do, it just simply makes things worse. Taoists also believe in this idea of feng shui, right? They believe that the way you arrange your room. Oh, 1 second.
At this time, we'll release bus riders for first wave. I have one change. Number 103 is replaced with 156. That's first wave release. Bus 103 replaced with 156. Dress warm, kids. It's snowing.
Sorry about that. Right. So they believe that the way you arrange rooms gives off a certain energy to that room. What we call feng shui. The symbol of Taoism is this yin yang. That's right here, right? We've all seen the yin yang, right? And basically what this represents is that opposites must be within balance of each other, right? This idea of balance. Now, there's two types of Taoism, philosophical and popular. And popular, no, that does not mean like, ooh, only the cool kids get to worship this one. It's called popular Taoism because most people worship this one. Both philosophical and popular Taoists believe in all this stuff. But only popular Taoists believe in the 8 immortals, right? This is essentially the gods of popular Taoism. Taoists believe that they know and teach about the laws of nature. They're basically in control of nature. Taoists believe that you can become immortal, and that these 8 immortals will help you. They believe that the 8 immortals can give you power to triumph over evil. And they also represent different parts of life, like men and women, young and old, poor and rich, right? Yin and yang, those opposites are working with each other, balancing each other out. And then some certain holidays celebrated by Taoists, right? So you have the Hungry Ghost Festival, which basically provides gifts such as money, food, paper houses for spirits, 1 day a year. So that way the spirits can come, take these gifts back to the underworld with them. And you also have Qingming. This is a day to honor the dead ancestors. And what they do is they clean off the tomb, they clean off the tombstones, they maybe weed the tombstones around, right? And also leave gifts. Don't worry, they don't clean the actual bodies, just the tombs and tombstones. Those are the major holidays. All right, guys, make sure you get that turned in for me, please. We'll continue with this lesson later on. Goodbye. Goodbye.